Hi there, Don Spillane, President of Designing Financial Solutions, introducing the essentials of long-term care, and today we're going to cover the effect on women caregivers. The measures used to assess a person's need for long-term care, and it basically comes down to having difficulties with bathing, dressing, toileting, continence, transferring, that's getting in and out of bed or getting in and out of a wheelchair, eating, or cognitive impairment. So let's look at some of the differences between healthcare and long-term care. You'll see in bold in the center of the chart one of the key points. Healthcare is about being made well again. It's restorative in nature. When you go into the hospital, they're looking to cure you. Long-term care is a maintenance and or supportive in nature type deal. On the healthcare, you're cured in a relatively short period of time. Long-term care, not curable. It's likely to affect the individual until death. So one is short-term and one is until death. One is paid for by public and private insurance. Medicare certainly doesn't cover long-term care. Let's look at some facts about caregivers. Approximately 65 million informal and family caregivers are providing unpaid care to someone who is ill, disabled or aged. 75% of those providing care are women. That's almost 50 million. Half of caregivers self-reported they had no choice in taking on their caregiving responsibilities. 10% of caregivers are over 75 years of age. So let's look at the length of caregiving. Now the good news is that not everyone's in a nursing home. About 80% of long-term care patients are in their homes. The average duration of caregiving is 4 years. 24% have provided caregiving for 5 years or more. 15% have provided caregiving for 10 years or more. So just think about that. Even if the patient is in the home, the length, the duration of the caregiving, the emotional and physical and life balance drain on the caregiver, it's enormous. So let's look at the adjustment that a working caregiver has to make at work. 70% reported work-related difficulties. 49% had to rearrange their schedule, arrive late, leave early, or take time off. 6% gave up work entirely. 5% turned down a promotion or took on reduced hours. 4% took an early retirement. And 3% lost benefits. So it's not just the problem of being a caregiver, it's how that reflects in your life balance between working, taking care of somebody, and taking time for yourself. The emotional and physical drain is horrendous. The impact on female caregivers. Well, no wonder they're screaming and pulling their hair out. Women lose an estimated $324,000 in wages, social security benefits and pensions. That's enough to make anyone scream. Female caregivers spend more time providing care than men. About 22 hours versus 17 hours a week. Now relate that to working and spending 40 hours at work and then coming home and doing 21 hours. That's a 62-hour week. 20 hours plus being very onerous. 36% of women caregivers handle the most difficult caregiving tasks, bathing, toileting, dressing, etc. You know, the results are a financial, emotional and physical drain over years of providing care. There's no life balance. So we've seen some of the difficulties, and the result is that women have a greater need to plan financially. They earn less than men. They have a shorter work expectancy. They reach retirement with smaller pensions. They live longer on less assets than men. They often have their assets depleted while caring for a spouse. Thank you for watching. Contact us for more information. We offer a free 1-hour consultation.